if you're doing a good job as a CEO, especially in a small business, you should constantly find yourself moving into territory that you're unfamiliar with. Progress and growth mean new frontiers, and new frontiers lead to new problems that you may not have had to deal with before. As the landscape ahead of you changes, your ability to chart an effective course and lead your team through the wilderness is critical to your success. How well you can land in an alien environment, assess the situation, make a plan, and take action will determine whether your company stagnates or continues to grow. So how do you figure out where to go when you've never been there before? Well, imagine you're an explorer and somehow you've woken up somewhere that you didn't intend to be. You have all your survival equipment. In business terms, think of your people, your systems, and your processes. But none of those are any use unless you work out how best to use them. Your first step is to orient yourself and find out where you are. Any map is just a confusing drawing until you can translate it into what you see around you. And in business terms, this means assessing what's working well today, what problems you're facing, and where you see short-term challenges coming from. Is there a cliff coming that you need to steer clear of, or a rocky river that you need to build a bridge over? Are you starting from solid ground, or do you need to secure the camp before you even think about moving on? Once you've done that, find your destination. You can't navigate just by knowing where you are. You have to determine where you're heading to. Now, this could be growing your market share, it could be entering new territories, expanding your product or service offering, but set specific goals and outcomes around where you're going and make sure that it's better than where you are. This is a key point that businesses often miss. Movement isn't the same as progress. If you're in a good place, the only valid reason to leave it is in order to find somewhere better. If you don't have a destination that will significantly improve the value that you're creating for customers, the results you're generating for the business, the efficiency of your operations, or something else impactful, stay where you are and keep looking until you find a destination that's worth traveling to. But if you know the destination, before you take action, you should figure out what needs to change in order for you to get there. Now, in some cases, you'll already be doing the right things, and it's just a matter of time and patience, which can be difficult skills to master. But the question you need to answer in those situations is really straightforward. How do we get there faster? And that usually leads to tweaks and small improvements that compound rather than wholesale changes. But at other times, the way you're operating now won't get you to where you need to go and needs to be fundamentally reimagined. Now, this is risky, so you have to be 100% sure that the destination is worth the journey. But in most situations, you'll find a blend of the two. Small tweaks that add up, coupled with major change initiatives that really accelerate growth or improvement. Understanding what kind of adventure you're heading out on helps you to prepare for the task and to prepare those around you as well. And one thing to bear in mind that often holds leaders back is that you don't need to know how to get all the way to your destination in order to get started. You just need clarity on the best first step. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't plan ahead. Be considered in your approach. But evolution often means stepping out into the unknown. And as long as you know your first few actions and are clear on your ultimate destination, then you can start moving in the right direction. Try and figure out if that cliff is around the first corner, or if that rocky river coming up that you need to bridge is there. But don't worry too much about having the whole trail laid out. Even with the most detailed plan, things will always come up that surprise you. So anticipate as much as possible, take action, and deal with problems as they arise, learning from each one. Most people find it difficult to develop adaptability. They prefer comfort, and this can be a huge advantage to you as a leader. When your people are scared and uncertain, then providing clarity, direction, and a plan creates confidence and is a great opportunity for you to add real value. And most of the time your competitors will likely play things safe too. If you're the risk taker, you'll move further, faster than anyone else. Just remember to protect the downside. There are things that you can do to develop your adaptability daily in preparation for the times when you find yourself in uncharted waters. It's a little like being in the military. Soldiers encounter battle very rarely, but they train for it every day so that when it arrives, they're ready. You can do the same with 3 key activities. First, prioritize learning, look for new ideas, and develop a sense of curiosity. Second, do something on a daily basis that you're not confident in and that makes you uncertain or uncomfortable. And third, develop your network. Having people around you who are further ahead on their journey is absolutely invaluable, but you must invest in building those connections before you need them. Everything feels better when you have a plan. So if you found yourself out in the wild, orient yourself, find your destination, figure out what needs to change to get you there, and determine your first step. You'll be amazed at how far you can go.